iPhone le cheche iPhone le.
Hello, I hope you are well. 12 January 2026. There has been change of plans. Today is a Monday. It's 12 January 2026. Initially, I planned to be at Cape Town by now, but I will go there tomorrow, So I'm going to leave Eastern Cape tomorrow and go to Western Cape, and then I'll arrive there on Wednesday because it's a 20-hour drive. That being said, still have to go and fetch water. It hasn't rained in quite some time. So these green tanks, they're supposed to have water, but they don't have water, And we need to bathe, we need to cook, we need to do all sorts of things. So let's go and fetch some water and then go for hiking, because I want to go for hiking. I've not been entirely honest with you when I said I've never hiked before. Because, what do you mean? These are hiking trails. Take a look. Those are hiking trails all over. Water is quite far, so we need 2 wheelbarrows. Piggy water, put it up away to I'll pick this one. And the thing is, we do have a tap here, over here, and that is home. But for some reason, there is no water coming out. So we have to go some distance to get water, which is problematic, but let's do it. These things, they carry water. I thought we were going to this one, but no, we're going to that one over there. So let's go there. We made it to the water well, and just by looking at it here, you can tell there's water. This is water going all down there. But now, the big part, we have to take this lid off. I'm not sure if I'm capable of doing that. Let's see. This has to go off.
But yes, of course.
It happens that I'm still man enough. Okay, we managed to open the lid. Take a look at how it looks inside. But the question now, how are we going to get the water? Am I supposed to go in or what? This is how it looks like inside. Okay, so let me show you how we are fetching this water. First of all, I think there's a leak here. This thing doesn't have water. I don't think it's so much of water. So we are lucky that it has a leak, because now we have a source of water. So I have this 5-liter thing, and then we have these containers. Okay, this is 60 liters, I believe, and then these 2 are 25 liters each. So we have 110 liters, and then this is 5 liters. So 110 divided by 5. That is how many times I have to go up and down in this pit hole, if that is what it's called. So let's fetch some water. Let me put this here first. And then I go down. That's 1 5 liters. I said say 110 divided by 5. That is how many times I have to do this. And the first 50 liters, I'm done. So now I have to do this about 6 to 10 times, because I don't think this is exactly 5 liters. Fortunately, I'm not alone, so we are two, While I'm fetching water, just transferring it to these containers like this. And then we're only left with this one container, and then we'll go back. And then I will take you on a hike so that you see these beautiful trails, because these are hiking trail. Okay, now we're done. These are the 3 containers that we're filling up. Now I have to close this lid.
Utawuza kwazi iphakamisa.
Okay, now we are ready to leave. We're ready to go back home. Do you like potato chips like me? Do you know how the potatoes looks like in their raw material form? Take a look. Those are potatoes in the garden. These tall green shrubs you see there, if I can call them shrubs, that is corn. And then these green things with white leaves, that is potatoes. They grow underground, and then you go and scoop them up, and then you wash them, and then you make them Lay's, Simba chips, and Doritos. Finally, we made it home. Now, what I've realized is that we have multiple taps, in different spots, and I suppose the reason why there's no water in this one particularly, because last week there was water here. I think that it's because of that leak. If there's a leak there, I think that is why it is closed. And I saw a valve there. I think if I opened it, there was going to be water here. But obviously I cannot do that. I don't think it was even right for us to do that to begin with. I think that place is only for municipal workers, now that I think about it. Now we have to take these to their designated areas. And now I have to shave, bath, and then go to where I said I was going, for hiking. Guys, it's a little bit late, but I want to keep my promises. I said we're going for hiking, so I'm just going to go down the valley and show you where the river was, but there's no longer any water there, and then come back. And I'm sure it will be dark by then. Those cows are going home. This one here, and that one, that household. These are the literal last houses of this neighborhood. This neighborhood is called Mcubin. Mcubin is the name of this river that I want to show you. It was a river back in the day, but now it's just small flow of water. It's dried. It's a dried out river. Here is a trail that you use and go up there when you leave this place. Can you see how steep this place is? Because as I'm going down, the houses are up. As I'm going down, the houses are going up. So this place is very steep. but you get used to it. You get used to it. This is like literal hiking, guys. And then over here we have rocks. Are they rocks or stone? What is the difference between a rock and a stone? But I don't know. I'll have to find time tomorrow so that I can show you this place properly. But take a look at this. Now this is where you find rocks, you know, and the stones. So these are the rocks over here, all the way to there, you know, and here. So this is the type of rock that is here. We're going over there. Trust me when I say there are snakes here, but not as much as that other section over there. It's getting dark by a minute. Oh, I can't see properly when I'm, because this was a torch and then I might fall. Look at this. That's a cow feces, if that is what you call it. But in my home language, we call it ubulongwe. And it has multiple purposes. You know. One of those purposes is to plaster the floor and also to plaster the house, you know, to make it look good. So we don't see it as feces, but see it as a usable material. We made it to the river. Take a look at this. It's a crab. It ran away. You can't see it properly, but there's actually a crab over there. But another thing that is making things difficult is because it's late at night, you know, so you can't see properly. I'm sorry for that. So yeah, as you can see, we're sitting on a riverbed here, you know. We still have small amounts of water that is still flowing, you know, but back in the day, this place, they say it was very deep, you know. The name of the river is called Mtubeni, and it goes all the way down. There are places that are much deeper than this, but again, I'll only manage to show you maybe tomorrow, but I'm not promising that I will have time to do that. But yeah, this is the hiking. Then over here, yeah, I think the only challenge now is because it's late at night, you know, so you can't see properly. So yeah, this is an actual riverbed, you know. My father, as I told you, my father grew up here, you know. He will tell me some other days when he's telling me some of his stories that they were swimming here in Mtubeni. It was very deep back in the day, you know. When they dove or when they are diving, they will go, I don't know from which section, and then jump up and go down. When they get in the water, I don't understand the physics behind it, but it was deep to a point where they went in and then the water will push them out, you know, and then it will spit them out like a bullet, and then they will go back and swim. That's how deep this place used to be, but you can't say that anymore because it's very dry now, and in few years to come it might dry out completely, which is problematic. I don't know what is the cause of that. Could it be climate change or it's just nature? You know? Because now this is just a valley and some small hills. So I will see you tomorrow, you know. And tomorrow I'm actually going to Cape Town. So tomorrow is my last day here in Tata, in my hometown. I don't want to lie, it has been very nice. And another thing, the reason I haven't showed you footage I only showed you footage when we were slaughtering 2 pigs, you know. The last 3 days I didn't show you. We had Umkiti. And I didn't really want to be that guy who's filming those. But yeah, I will see you in the next one. Good night. Bye bye.